How's it going, guys? College football tips here, and welcome back to another week. This is going to be week 10 for college football. I know everything sounds a little different right now. I have a completely different setup, but I'm still going to put out a video because I still want to talk about college football and what's going on in the world. So, yeah, let's get right into it. All right, here we are. So jumping on in, we got number 25. UCF. They're at Memphis this weekend, which is a little interesting. All right, let's see here. Memphis is 4-4. They are 6-2. Memphis' quarterback looks like he's thrown a lot this year, so it could be pretty close. But I know UCF did just beat, I think it was Cincinnati, was it? Yes, that's right. They did just beat Cincinnati, so that's gonna be a little bit of an interesting game here. I don't know. I'm kind of favoring more UCF here just because I feel like they're a more dominant team. They have been in the past 10 years. So, I mean, you can't go wrong here with UCF. I get to Memphis, but UCF, I'm just feeling them right now, especially after that good win they had last week. So, I'm going to say UCF by 7. I know it's only 3.5, but UCF 7. Now, I know that... So, okay. The AP poll is a little different right now than what's up on here. So, I mean, we're still gonna talk. Oh, this is gonna be a little hard just because the AP is a little bit different. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. I'm not sure how I feel about that at all. ESPN's is all the, oh, that's, that is not fun. See, that starts to get confusing here when they kind of blend that in. I mean, to be honest, I think I'm just going to go off of what ESPN has, just because it has much more definitive facts, even though, I mean, I'll briefly glance over what they have in here, because I know Oregon's up on the next one, but, I mean, come on. I can't when we have this game here. Us, Texas, my team here against K-State. I don't know how we're favored, to be honest. After last week, it made me feel a little bit weird with confidence on if we can even beat a team like K-State. K-State absolutely blew out Oklahoma State. And we lost to Oklahoma State. And I get that Ewers was potentially, I guess, a little bit hurt in his hand or something. He broke a nail. And there was wind, and everything was just a little weird. But K-State is a good team right now, and I'm not sure how I feel. To be honest, That's funny, I'm literally wearing a Texas shirt right now. I don't know if I want to pick against Texas. I get we're 2.5 favorites, but we're in Manhattan. If we do win, it's going to be 3 to 7 points. It's going to have to be. But if K-State wins, it could be by 2 touchdowns. It could be, just because I could see us doing that. We've done that before, and I'm just gonna be honest. I gotta give every opinion I always have to, but I could see it going to K-State, to be honest with you guys. But I like to see us win. All right, I'm just gonna say it now. I like to see us win. So I don't want to pick against us. So we'll leave it like that. We'll leave it in the air. So that was that for that one. I know I'm going back and forth here, but I just wanted to make sure. Apparently they do have Oregon up here, though, at 23. So you have Oregon State and Washington. You have Penix. Yeah. Man, Penix, I thought he was a lot more definitive than he was this year. And, I mean, after they went undefeated, after they beat Michigan State, I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I realized Michigan State wasn't that good as well this year. But I do think Penix can get it done as well. I mean, they're not really coming off of... They're both coming off a win. I feel like Oregon State's last win is pretty significant. 42-9 against Colorado. So that's pretty crazy. They took an L against Utah. They took an L against USC, but they kept it close. The Washington took an L against UCLA. I know they played, I think, USC, and I think that was close as well. I'm not too sure. But definitely got to go with Washington, I think. By 7 points. I just think Washington's gonna kind of just play them pretty well. I had a pretty damn big feeling about it. So I gotta go. I gotta go Washington on this one. So yeah. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, just because they're using the college football playoff rankings here. For their 22 and 21, they have NC State and Wake Forest. But for up here, I'm just gonna go over it, just for the hell of it here. But Liberty, 7-1 at Arkansas. I think Arkansas is gonna get it done. Liberty hasn't really played much. I mean, you can even go on this game here. For Liberty, I like Liberty on there, to be honest. I do, just because I had somebody in my family go there. So Liberty's kind of a, unique team. I did not know they beat BYU. Ooh, okay, you know what? Arkansas by 13.5. I don't think so. I think they keep it close. I think Arkansas is going to win, but I think it's going to be like 3 points. I got to go Arkansas for 3 points on that one. That was going to be an interesting game. I might keep a close eye on that. Oh, these ads are killing me here. This is my laptop. It's a little different than my computer. That's why I don't have as much control, which I hate. But yeah, we definitely got to go Arkansas. Jumping down so much, man. Syracuse after that, kind of 2 losses in a row here, I think. I believe one was to... Who was the last one they lost to? Are they even in the top here? They are not. Okay, well, Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, they are number 20 in here. But they're number 22 on here. I don't even know. Doesn't matter. We're going to still talk about... We'll talk about them right now. Syracuse is playing Pitt this week. I could see why Pitt's favored, but Syracuse kept it pretty close with Clemson, if I'm not wrong here. We can go check out the scores. I like Syracuse a lot right now. I just do. I feel like they've been playing. Yeah, they kept it really close, but that's why they got slaughtered by Notre Dame, which Notre Dame has not been that good this year. So that's kind of a outlier on their schedule. And they have been beating some teams pretty close, except for NC State. They did kind of kill NC State there, which I was really surprised about that, to be honest. But I think Syracuse is going to win. I like Pitt, but I think Syracuse is going to be better. I think they're going to win by 7 points. I get Pitt's favorite, so I'm going for an upset here. I just kind of have to. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But Syracuse is not a bad team. Sean Tucker, good running back. So we'll see how they do. We're going to move up here. Kind of following, like I said, both-ish here. So, but Wake Forest and NC State. I get Wake Forest is, I know, and they're on the road. They're at NC State. Is this even a night game? It is a night game. Hartman's is playing so well. I'm going for Wake Forest. I like NC State. I really was pushing for them earlier in the season, but I really like Wake Forest right now, and I think they can really get it done. So Wake Forest is kind of a crazy team. You guys gotta watch out for them. I think they can come back and, do some good things in a bowl game here. So I like Wake Forest on this one. But Hartman's gonna throw a lot. They're gonna run pretty well. NC State's defense, if they can play good, then they can stop them. But I got to go Wake Forest by 10 points, to be honest. It's just kind of how I'm feeling. All right, so we're done with that. On this one, I don't know if they'll have Tulane on here. I doubt they will. Just because... Oh, they do! I love that. Okay, so they are kind of being close. Not too far off, but, Tulane's 7-1, man. Tulsa is just terrible. I don't even know who Tulsa's beaten, but who is... I feel like I know that name. Who is this guy? Is his name Kenny Stokes? I feel like I know this name. Keelan Stokes. I don't know. I feel like I know that name. I don't know why, but anyway, Tulane's got a kind of nice passing game here in Pratt. He's thrown for 1,700 yards, 12 TDs, 3 interceptions. Same with Tulsa's quarterback, 2,000 yards, 17 TDs, 7 picks. But, this is kind of where Tulane's a little bit better than them at, is obviously the run game. Maybe look at that, 120 carries, 9 TDs, 588 yards. So if their run game's on point, Tulsa is, they're they're in for some trouble. We'll just put it that way. I do think Tulane will win. So they're 7-1. They're 19 in the nation right now. I kind of like them. Everybody's kind of on a hype train with them. So I'm kind of feeling them too. I think they can win by 14 points. I think they're going to kind of smoke them. But we'll see this Saturday. So Oklahoma State's 18 on the AP. Oklahoma State on here. I know they got to be on here. Yeah, they're 18 as well on here. So we'll go into them. They're playing Kansas. Dude, I mean, after last week, after what they experienced against K-State, Oklahoma State, dude, they're confusing me. You know, they beat my Longhorns, and, you know, I gave them so much praise. I was like, oh my gosh, they're looking pretty good. You know, they're looking like a confident, hard team, but I think they just played their asses off against Texas. They played up pretty damn hard to Texas, so that might be a factor as to why they played well, but it's also in Kansas, so that's why Kansas is not a bad team this year. They're 5-3, 2-3 in the Big 12. Oklahoma State's 3-2 in the Big 12. I think Oklahoma State's gonna get the job done, and I'm gonna say they're gonna get it done by 7. Just because Spencer Sanders will pull it out. You know, Kansas had some quarterback problems. I think his name was Jalen Daniels. He was doing well, and then he got injured, and then I'm not sure what happened to him that much after that. But I do know Sanders is playing pretty hard. Lawrence isn't a big place to play in, too. You know, it's kind of a smaller stadium, so it's not really that, insane to play at. But I do think Oklahoma State will get the win on this one, so by about 7. I know it says even, but that's what I'm feeling. All right, North Carolina. I could imagine they're also 17 on here. I think I saw that they were as well. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, they are. Okay, so they are playing Virginia this week. They're going to crush Virginia. Virginia is not a good team. They're 3-5, 1-4 in the ACC. North Carolina is 4-0 in the ACC, guys. North Carolina is scary good. Like not scary as in like nobody's paying attention to them. They're 7-1. I think they're going to beat Clemson. I don't think Clemson's a good team. I never have from the start. You know, I gave Uncle Al some shit in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. And then I praise him because I was like, okay, maybe he's playing well. But last 2 weeks ago, nope. He lost my confidence again, and I said it way back when that Klubnik's a better quarterback, and I saw it. I've been watching Klubnik for a long time, since high school. I swear, like since his junior year of high school, I was like, this kid's gonna be great. I wanted him to come to Texas, and he never did because Ewers and stuff like that. But I think he's gonna be if he struggles. Gosh, it's funny. I'm talking about Clemson right now. Let me just finish up real quick with my tangent. If Young Galas struggles, Klubnik will be the starter, and I think they do better with Klubnik, but that's just my opinion. But North Carolina here, they're obviously going to smoke Virginia. Nothing too much to talk about. I mean, their quarterback May has been throwing it, slinging it. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. Virginia doesn't look that good. Man, they're 1-4 for a reason. They're not that good. So, honestly, UNC by 20. I don't care if it says 7. I'm 20. 20 points for North Carolina. I think they're a better team than that, and I think they're going to get it done. Penn State is at 16 on this board. On this one, Penn State is also 15. Where's Illinois? We'll talk about Penn State right now. Anyway, it's fine. They're playing Indiana. Indiana's 1-4. Penn State is 3-2 in the Big Ten. Their 2 losses are obviously to Michigan and Ohio State. Both those losses, one was straight up a loss. The other one was kind of a stupid play on Clifford. I think Sean Clifford's, I believe his name. The quarterback for Penn State. He did not play well. He's been playing weird. He's up and down. If Penn State can get everything going like they have been, then they're going to absolutely smoke Indiana. 14-point favorites is pretty right for them. But Penn State was very close to beating Ohio State. I was so pissed last week. But, if they stay on top of it, they can easily win this game by more than what they should win this game. They're going to win this game. I think they will. 14 points, I really do. That's probably about where I'd put them right now. So that could be pretty good for them. So 14-point favorite for Penn State is where I like. LSU's up here. I know they're number 10 on here, which is weird. So I'm going to come back to that just because. But we're going to talk about number 16 here before we forget, which is also 14 on here. Illinois. MSU's playing Illinois. MSU, man, they're my team. They're 1-4. They've lost to Purdue. They're 1-4 the Big Ten. They're 3-5 overall. They lost to Purdue. They lost to, I think, Minnesota. They lost to Washington. They lost to Ohio State. I'm not sure who else we lost to. Man, they have 8 people suspended from last week. Michigan State they're going downhill right now. They're kind of crumbling. Mel Tucker, I like Mel Tucker. I really do. I respect him. He's a great guy. He's a great coach. Everything about him is just, it screams football. It screams college football atmosphere. But, man, he's kind of lost a little bit of control here, and it just feels like it's not his fault. It just feels like the players that he has on the team right now are kind of going to crumble. They're in Illinois, and I think the reason why this is happening is all these transfers are now kind of really getting to effect. Nobody is really building up with the program. Keon Coleman is a bright spot in a dark place right now for Michigan State. I really like the way he's playing. Oh gosh, we are having ads. Oh no. Where did that come from? I did not play that. Okay, anyway. Keon Coleman is a bright spot in this place, but the Spartans are not good this year. It's so sad to see that. But Illinois will probably beat them by about 17. Illinois is a good team. They're 7-1, so I'm not putting anything too much against them. I think they're going to beat them by 10, but Illinois is definitely going to get the win on this one. Now, we talked about K-State on this rank. Who do they have as 14 for the ESPN rankings? And by the time you see this will probably already be out. 14 on here is Utah. Man, it's all messed around. Utah's gonna win this one. I don't even care. They're at home. 17.5. Dude, they beat USC at home. Let's talk about this real quick. Pretty simple, pretty quick. Arizona was doing well against, I think it was USC last week. Doesn't matter though. They're 1-4 in the Pac-12. Utah's 4-1. A lot of these 1-4, 4-1 teams playing each other. Utah is gonna slap them. Utah's gonna win. I think they're going by 20-ish points. I really like Utah when they're at home. They're a good team. I really like their receiving core, the tight end in particular. He's great. But they're gonna win easily on that one. So, man, it's so weird. I don't like this at all. I don't like how they're switching it up. All right, if I'm being honest with you guys, I despise these rankings. All these rankings are terrible. I'm just going on a tangent again. Michigan at 5 is egregious. That's bad. All right, Bama at 6 over, I think, TCU. Like, no. Oregon at 8. Oh man. Well, that one's I don't think so. Oregon's got to be higher than that. Okay, this is the worst one. Clemson at 4, Michigan at 5. Whatever. I don't know. Excuse me, I'm still kind of sick, guys. So that's why I'm coughing up a storm here. I guess we could just talk about Ole Miss. I'm kind of jumping around just because everything's all crazy. So, we'll find Ole Miss on here. Wait. You're kidding. No, they did not. They did not. Wait, so if I put in... Oh, they did. Or do they have a bye? Oh, they have a bye. Okay. Yeah. Duh. All right. Yeah, they have a bye. My bad. Okay. So Ole Miss has a bye. So good there for Ole Miss. I was like, no way. So I guess it's time to. Let's screw it. Let's talk about this one. This is gonna be a big boy game. Bama at Death Valley. Ooh, interesting game. This can go either way. I'm so confused on this right now. I think LSU is going to get the win. I do. I'm going for the upset here. Just because Bama's good. Bryce Young is extremely polished, NFL ready. But LSU at home at 7 o'clock at night. Man, that place is wild. It is. They can beat them. In Baton Rouge is a hard place to win. I mean, tickets, look at that. 131. Gibbs is a great running back. He's a great catcher as well. LSU just hasn't. I gotta go with LSU. I'm gonna go with LSU. I'm going for the upset here. I think it's gonna be fun if they do win them. LSU, I like LSU kind of right now. I just think they're gonna win. I do. I don't know. I just kind of feel like they will. So I'm gonna go LSU by 3 points if they do win. Yeah. Sorry if I'm jumping around. This is so weird. I don't like this at all. Anyway, number 12, UCLA is at Arizona State. They're gonna slap Arizona State. Arizona State's still so bad. By 14, if I'm being honest. DTR is going to do well. Arizona State just is really, lacking there without all their everything, without their coaches, staffs, all that stuff. So UCLA is going to get the win there. We talked about 10. So USC, Cal, come on, another one. Cal's not going to win. They're 1-4. USC's 5-1 in the Pac-12. USC is going to win by 25 points. Caleb Williams is going to throw for a lot here, so don't be too surprised on that one. That was another one that's going to be pretty simple for USC. Walk in the park. Here's another one that's probably going to be another walk in the park. Oregon at Colorado, 31.5. Yeah, Colorado's terrible. 1-7, 1-4 in their Pac-12. Oregon, 7-1, 5-0 in the Pac-12. Oregon's going to just destroy them. Bo Nix is going to go off. Bo Nix, I'm really liking Bo Nix right now. After that first game, mishap, this game, the rest of this games, he's been playing great. So Oregon's going to win that one by big, 30. I like that score, to be honest with you. TCU. I don't know how. Yeah, I'm liking TCU, but every game they're always not favored a lot. Texas Tech is an okay team. They're at TCU, so I think Duggan's been playing well, man. He's got a lot of dog in him. The run game is great, 851 yards for 11 TDs. They're just going to run on them. So, I mean, that's pretty simple. Texas Tech, if you're not ready for it, you're going to get ran all over. I think they're going to win by 10 points. So, I mean, I'm liking TCU right now. So, I think TCU is going to win by 10 points. Also, I got to go quick, too, just because I'm in a rush here. So, that's why I'm kind of rushing through things. So, Bama, we already went over. 5. I'm not going Michigan 5. Clemson's got to be 5, at least on this one for me. Clemson's at Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame wins. I know, weird sounding, but I think Notre Dame wins. And I'll tell you why. Just because what I said earlier with Ungalau, if he's not on his game, Clemson will lose this one. They will slip and they'll fumble it. And Notre Dame will get the win. And people will see that Clemson's not who everybody thinks they are. It's a night game too, so you never know what's going to happen there. But I'm thinking Notre Dame by 7 to 10 points. Clemson's going to struggle to get back on the horse. Once it's going to be in the third quarter, and they're going to be down, and I think they're not going to come back and win. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm really, really confident in that one, to be honest with you guys. So big upset there. Michigan, Slaughterfest. They're going to slaughter Rutgers. Rutgers ain't a good team. It's going to be over real quick. They're going to be up by 20 before you know it. I'm being serious. I think Corum's going to run all over them. Though I think the leading back in the nation right now with 1,000 yards. So nothing too out of the ordinary for Corum and Edwards. So Michigan by 30. I like that. Ohio State is playing Northwestern. Another one that's going to be a slaughterfest. Northwestern not good at all. They're 1-7, just like Rutgers. It's going to be a slaughterfest, and this is really preparing for Ohio State and Michigan showdown November 26th. So that's going to be a very fun game to watch. But Ohio State's going to get the win here. CJ Stroud's going to throw for a lot, and all their big receivers are going to just kill it. So good one there. And now for the final, just cherry on top, the best game of the week. This is going to be so great. It's in Athens, which is why I got to go Ugga. You know, I felt confident of Tennessee being very close and probably getting a slight upset with Bama, and they did. But something about Georgia at home is never an easy competition. Tennessee's got a lot of swag though, so that's why it's super hard to really root against them. They're a walking W right now. Tennessee just feeling great, looking great in every aspect of the game. But Ugga at home, that defense, Stetson Bennett, I got to go with Georgia by 3 points. 3 to 7 to 10 points. Around that range. So 3 to 10 points. So, anyway, guys, that was week 10. We'll go down for the week 10 breakdown once these games are over. But it should be a fun, interesting week. See you guys later, and peace out.